Hey, this is just a snippet from our podcast, but if you want to catch the full episode, that'll be on YouTube, and the extended version will be on our Patreon.
Blueprints, and I'm going to pass this over to Isla because she has put, 90 hours or something in now?
Well, we don't want to we don't want to spoil the scope of Blueprints. But yes, I'm over 90 hours.
Oh, wow.
So it'll take me 180 because I'm bad at puzzles.
Or it'll take you 20, you'll hit credits and stop.
Yeah.
Like, V possible. Well, I guess it's going to show that. I'm just going to do this and then whatever. Shuhei, you've been playing, right?
I played last year. I had a PlayStation, so these platform holders have a privilege that the publishers bring all their new games in development to platform, and so we got to play this game early, and I was amazed. This was you never have played the game like this before. Yeah. So I spent 10 hours plus, and I didn't get to the end.
Yeah. It's I played it at Gamescom for the first time, so a number of months ago, and it immediately became my most anticipated game, and I've been playing it for I think a month now. Thankfully, they Tonda gave us, we got it pretty early, and like, oh man, it is up. It's in my top 5 of all time. It's up there with like Bloodborne and Outer Wilds and Symphony of the Night for sure. Like, oh, this game, and it's out right now. Today is the craziest day because it's Blueprints, Talos Principle Reimagined, Promise Mascot Agency, which we'll talk about in a second, Monaco 2, and Black Mirror new season. So, big day. But yeah, if you we have a video out with the creator of this game. If you haven't seen that, but I'll give you the elevator pitch here. You've inherited contingent on finding the 46th room of a 45-room estate. Your great uncle's big modular mansion where every room can shift and the layout of the building is different every
Spencer
single time
Mansion?
you go in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, made by the same guy. Yeah, and it is
George Trevor?
It'll tickle the strategy part of your brain. It'll tickle the puzzle part of your brain. It'll tickle the roguelike part of your brain. It'll it has a touching story, which I really have been enjoying. It's got it all. This game is just wonderful. And yeah.
The art direction is so nice. It
Oh,
looks
it's
so
beautiful,
cozy.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm about, I want to say like 8 or 9 hours in at this point myself. And yeah, there's something about that roguelike random element that like it just keeps giving you like so many different threads to pull on. And so it's like, oh, I want to do this, but I need to have like this item and this room show up in the same run. And so, yeah, there's a lot of note taking going on, a lot of screenshots happening.
I have 5. Again, this is spoiling the scale a little, but which is unfortunate. But it's hard to talk about this game without talking about this game. But like, I have more than 500 screenshots in my phone, and I have 32 pages of notes currently. 2 of those are current projects, like threads to pull on.
Sounds like homework.
It's a joy. It's a privilege, Hubert.
I was just trolling.
But that's actually what's so, I think, hugely successful about this game is that you can engage with it how you kind of want to engage with it. If you want to dig into the nitty-gritty, get into the puzzle stuff, and the creator emphasizes that it is not required to have an online community of people working together to solve anything. Like, one person could conceivably do everything by themselves. It's certainly, in my experience, helpful to at least be playing it alongside a couple of people, because then you can kind of give each other hints and like keep the fire lit, But yeah, if you want to just play it as a strategy game and lay the tiles out and get to the top of the house, and that's it, the game will support that playstyle. If you want to dig into everything, take 30 pages of notes, the game supports that as well. So I really think, hopefully, it'll kind of find an audience with a bunch of different people. Yeah.
Yeah, any game that gets this good of reviews as well, they're off the charts. It's like the highest reviewed game of the year now, or one of. I think it'll be okay. And the fact that it's on PS Plus Island Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
Is so huge. That's just such a win for, I feel like the mainstream, like, narrative-based action or first-person games don't have as hard of time, breaking through. So it's nice when, like, I don't want to call it niche, but like, not everybody plays puzzle games, so it's really cool that it's on like Plus and Game Pass and stuff to just give people a free chance to play it.
And there was a Steam Next Fest a while ago. They had like an incredibly generous demo.
Right.
Tondo was actually telling me and Jason about the tech behind the demo, and the fact that the demo was like basically the entire game, and he just because like there's no other way to do it with this game, like because it could pull any room, and it's like, well, okay, I just have to kind of make the demo the whole game, but limit it to a certain amount of time,
Very cool.
Yeah. So Shuhei, have you played it since a year ago?
No, I've been waiting for the final game to try.
Nice.
You are in for a treat, my friend. It is just so. It's all I think about. I'm having Blueprint's dreams.
Maybe you should compose the Blueprint's the musical. Like
I should. That would be wonderful.
You have to now. Shu
I have to. Shu wants it. I'll do my best. And I know the creator, and he used to be a director of photography, so maybe we could make something work together.
That's amazing. Yeah, one of the things, Huber, about this is because, when I did the preview event with Isla, the thing that kind of caught me off guard a little bit is I think I was expecting something that's a little bit more like Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, where it's just like, there's just puzzle.
I'm loving the pace. Just walking through a mansion is
I think that's
best.
The thing. Yeah. It's like there is sort of like a puzzle element to like figuring out how you want to put the pieces together. And there's certain rooms like this room where it's like there are overt puzzles in them. But even then, when you like look at the card, the schematic for the room, like it has a puzzle icon on it.
Got it.
And there's not a lot that have those like, oh, you have to like solve a math problem or something like that. So a lot of it is really just like, It puts your brain in a nice space where it feels more like you're discovering things rather than like you're solving this like really hard complex
exploration puzzles versus school puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will also say that. Like since people are getting their hands on it, and there will be a lot of solutions and stuff available online. The way the game works is if you don't know something right now, you will know it later. The game will tell you later. So if feel free if you want to Google it, whatever. But you're doing yourself a disservice, I would say, and the game a disservice because it's built into the game. Like the game has plenty of secrets. There's a lot to discover, but it's part of the joy of the game to kind of discover it. And given the kind of not really random, but the way the game is structured, he's built in like multiple ways to find out everything, and there are lots of moments that are really satisfying where it's like I had figured something out, and then later on found a magazine that just tells you.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, well I had already figured that out, but that's cool. If I hadn't, like, I would have been told now. And the game is like
there are literally like a lot of notes that will just tell you exactly how something works. And so.
Are there permanent upgrades? The roguelite stuff?
No comment.
Yeah. I don't know how much you want to, but it's funny because like even seeing some of this B-roll, it's like, oh, well, that they put it out there themselves. But
some of the stuff in the trailer and stuff, I'm like, you put that? Okay, all right.
But it's one of those games where it's like, if you're not playing the game, it's
you don't know
nothing to you. Yeah.
It's very knowledge based.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the less I say about the blueprints, the better, because the less you know, the better. But if you have ever loved a puzzle game if you've ever loved a strategy game, if you've ever loved a narrative walking simulator, you will love Blueprints. It is all those things. It is none of those things. It is seriously, like, I mean, for my estimation, like, actually a thrice in a decade game. Like, this game is something else. It's very special.
Sick.
Yeah, I think too the other thing to kind of discourage in a way the looking stuff up is just even like talking to Isla for like 5 minutes earlier today. Like, it is sort of like one of those RPGs that has like a lot of dialogue choices, or like a Life is Strange or something, because it's like going through this game because everyone gets things in sort of like different orders.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you found that already.
That's
kind
so
of
fun.
moment. Yeah.
I love those water cooler moments.
Well, and that's what Tanda, the creator, was talking about too, is just like, the nature of the game is like, or in my own experience, Jason's favorite room, I had not ever gotten until like day 40. And like, that's just the nature of the beast. You could pull it on day 1, you know, and that's just how it goes. And the game works. It can support that. It's built to work in.
I heard in theory you could beat the game in day 1, right?
Oh yeah. You
Oh,
could.
interesting. Yeah.
There's actually there's an achievement for that.
That's so cool.
But like, I think that would be not impossible, but almost impossibly improbable unless you've already played the game.
Right.
Like, unless you know, because so much of it is knowledge gated that if you didn't know what you were doing, I very, very, very highly doubt anyone will stumble on, you know. And like,
It's like the last trophy you get for the platinum. You're like, all right, I beat everything. I'm gonna go back to day
fourth
1.
to last maybe, but like, and it also becomes like, how do you define beating the game? Is it credits or is it something else? So but this game is wild. And also, as you may have gleaned from the title, Blueprints, and Blueprints, you know,
So fun.
PRINCE and PRINTS.
Best title of the year so far.
Things have a lot of multiple meanings. So like earlier today, Blood was like, oh yeah, I solved this. And I was like, what did you do in there? Like, how do you define solve right now? This game rips. Anyway, we're saying too much.
Shu, any other thoughts on it? Since we've kind of been just going all
sorry,
through
Shu,
it.
we're just talking and talking.
Oh, no. Yeah, well, I don't want anyone to miss. And so it's great to have this in PS Plus and Game Pass. But even if you're not subscribing to these services, it's worth the price to get in.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get jaded in this industry over the last bunch of years, but there's just always like magical new games coming out, you know? And this I haven't even played this, but just judging from what everyone's saying, especially both of you, all of you, it's what it's all about. So nice. 10 out of 10.
Oh, well,
Easy.
subscribe just for 1 month and play this. and
Yeah.
then-
That works too. Yeah.
If you like this conversation, become a $5 and up patron. You get ad-free cuts, extended cuts, all of the cuts, and you get to get into our Discord and more. Patreon.com/EasyAllies.